Okay, I'm back. Part 2 of Kathy Rain. Game I've never played before. I think the portraits are looking better than the background graphics. And my monitor's just too big to make it look phenomenally good, but I have no idea why Lenny would have any opinion on the attic, but hey, why not?
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
That makes sense.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
I don't know why this guy would have any opinion on the attic either.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
I don't need to ask him that. That's all for now.
Good. Hey, Kathy, wait.
What?
Do you eat foot? I mean, food?
Absolutely not. I feed on human misery. Relax, Lenny. Yes, I do eat food.
Oh, well, great. Can I buy you food sometime? And also buy food for me? And then maybe we can eat the food together?
I'm really busy right now. Maybe later.
Oh, okay. See ya.
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Would you mind if I took a look in the attic?
I suppose it would do no harm. Come with me.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, dear. Be careful now.
The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it. Nothing. The bulb must be burned out. The bulb looks
I guess I can't do anything until I replace the bulb.
Oh, hello.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
The lights are out in the attic.
Oh, well, there should be a whole box of light bulbs around here somewhere.
Do you remember where?
Now, where did I put it? Oh, dear, I think it's in the attic.
That's just terrific.
I'm sure you'll figure it out, dear.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
Nah, it's drafty in here and almost out of fuel. Gonna need it. I prefer to smoke out. Nothing. I prefer to smoke. That action doesn't... Huh. Not the worst idea, but I...
Huh.
Free light bulb? There we go. Various books and office supplies. Nothing in particular catches the eye. Mr. Bear! How did you get all the way up there? Good idea. You just keep watch. I'll do the searching. Might be something useful. Nothing. Empty. A worn office chair on wheels. Just some old bills. Nothing interesting. An old typewriter covered in cobwebs. A thick book about math. Decades-old coffee. Lovely. Yeah. It looks like someone was doing geometry. I can't make much sense of it. It looks like...
Okay, I think go ask about the thing.
Oh,
The mouth. Oh. Well, we have 3 red, 1 blue, 2 yellow from the tape recording. Now I wonder what all these things do together.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
I found a locked briefcase in the attic. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, that old thing? Joseph said there were just some old boring Air Force papers in there.
If that was the case, why use an intricate combination lock?
That's a very good question, dear. In any case, I wouldn't know how to open it.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
I found this book in the attic. Recognize it?
Oh, yes. I bought it for Joseph's birthday once. He was always fascinated by numbers. He believed that math could explain everything in this world.
He was a man of science. There's no denying that. There's a strange message left on this tape by Grandpa. He describes making a perfect bouquet of flowers.
That's odd. Joseph never used to give me flowers. I have terrible allergies.
Maybe it's some kind of code then?
Your guess is as good as mine, dear.
Here's an easy way to ask people about your inventory.
Hey, Grandma, do you recognize this tape recorder?
Oh, yes, Mr. Dicto. Joseph used to carry that thing with him everywhere. He could be absent-minded at times. It helped him remember things.
I got the dictaphone already. I don't think there's any... What do you think about this church, Grandma?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
I don't want to show her. I don't want to show. Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
That action doesn't...
So I'm gonna guess here. So 3 red. So the first 3 numbers on that red page. 1 blue. I'll do the first number on the blue page, and 2 yellow.
Yes!
And that was it.
A thick yellow... It's the envelope. Let's see what's in here. There were 2 pictures, a newspaper clipping, a key, and a tape inside. Looks overexposed. I can't make much out. I think I see trees in the background, but most of the picture is just bright white. Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training, McConnell Air Force Base, 1941. Tragic drowning in Conwell Springs. In early morning on Sunday the 14th, a teenage girl found dead near Conwell Lake. The girl is survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service will be held at Conwell Cemetery on the 21st of July. The notice is dated July 15th, 1975. Tragic story. I wonder why Grandpa saved this. It's a small key, fairly modern design. No identifying tag, unfortunately. I wonder what this...
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
I wonder who this Cocky is.
Oh,
Mind if we talk for...
not at all, dear. What?
Can you tell me anything about McConnell Air Force Base?
It's not very far from Conwell Springs. Joseph was stationed there for some time during the war. I believe they're still training young pilots there today.
So, when did Grandpa enlist in the Air Force?
Oh, it was barely past the honeymoon when Joseph left to fight in that terrible war, together with his best friend Charles and my brother Andrew. Those were nerve-wracking years. I was so worried I thought I would burst. Every short visit from Joseph was a joy, but he kept going back to the front, to my great dismay. When I told Joseph about being pregnant with your father, he finally realized that enough was enough. He had done his duty. Shortly thereafter, he returned to a quiet farmer's life in this very house, helping your great-grandfather with the crops, until he passed.
Do you know anything about a young girl drowning around here?
Oh, yes. It was the saddest thing. She was only 16. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember the name of the girl or her family?
I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's okay, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
Does the nickname Cocky mean anything to you?
Sounds vaguely familiar. It reminds me of the aviator call signs Joseph and his friends gave one another. Joseph was vigilante. I can't count the number of times he got into trouble for breaking the rules. To this day, I have no idea how he always managed to land on his feet.
Must be hereditary, given the things I've gotten away with. Every time I wake up, I am genuinely surprised that I'm not in jail.
I'm sure it's not that bad, dear.
But to get back to the subject, you don't have any idea of who this Cocky is?
I'm afraid not, but the Air Force might be a good place to start.
I already talked to her. Grams, can you tell me anything about this picture?
It looks awfully bright. Perhaps something was wrong with the camera.
Yeah, maybe. I should try to figure something out tomorrow at the university. Look at this photo I found in the locked briefcase.
Goodness, I haven't seen that picture in years. This was taken when Joseph was stationed at McConnell Air Force Base. That's him right there on the left.
What about the other two?
I don't remember the name of the smiling man in the back. The gentleman on the right was Joseph's best friend, Charles Wade.
Do you know anything about this story, Grandma?
Not much, dear. It was the saddest. We never really knew the family.
Do you remember that?
I'm awfully...
That's quite all right, Grandma. I was just wondering.
Joseph was always deeply affected by the... In any...
Okay. Do you recognize...
I'm afraid not.
I don't see a reason. What can you tell me about...
Well, I do know he has made quite a name for himself since he and Joseph went to war together. Apparently, he came up with some brilliant piece of engineering for the airplanes. They use it everywhere now.
Any idea how to get in touch with him?
I'm afraid not, dear. I haven't seen him for years. He and Joseph grew apart before you were born.
Any particular reason for that?
Oh, not that I know of.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
I should probably can look up the address for the Air Force
Lynn.
Base in the phone book.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Maybe.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. Hey, Lenny, do you remember anything about a girl drowning around here?
Yeah, I remember my mom telling me about that. I was like 6 at the time, though.
Do you remember her name?
Oh, man. Not really. I was so little. I think it was something with an L. Linda? Laura? Something like that.
All right, I'll keep looking. Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. I probably shouldn't. I already asked... Hey, Lenny, do you recognize these men?
Not really. Sorry.
I don't want to show him that. I don't want... What's your opinion on this church?
I think it's a nice enough church. Why?
I don't know. The priest seemed odd. Kinda pushy.
Yeah, I get your point. But I know the guy. He's harmless.
If you say so. I don't want... Yeah, that won't get me... I don't want... Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hello, Sheriff. I don't need to ask. Do you know anything about the drowning here in 1975? 16-year-old girl?
You have a memory problem? I told you I haven't been working here that long. Besides, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Juvenile cases are a sensitive matter.
I don't need to ask him that. I don't need to... Yeah, that... I don't want to... What's your opinion on this church?
It's a fine church. I go there myself every Sunday.
Sure. I don't want to... He's new in town. Do you know anything about a drowning?
You have a memory problem. Besides,
I probably... That's all for now.
good. Laney, I need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend. You'll have to get her.
Hey,
Hi there.
could you...
Sure, I needed to puke.
Good to know. Very. Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not again.
Here we go again. Maybe there's something in here about that drowning. Nope, looks like I'm gonna... I got the key already. Nope, couldn't find. All right, got it. I got that number. Nah, nothing. No result. Damn, no Charles Wade in here. Was worth a shot, but no hit for Wade Industries either. But it was kind of a long shot for them to have an office in this small county anyway. I should try to get a hold of him some other way.
Hi, this is Eileen speaking.
Hey, it's me, Kat.
Oh, hi, what's up?
I don't need to ask her about that. I'm trying to track down this young girl who drowned in the lake here.
Okay. How hard can a dead person be to track down? They tend to stay in one place, you know.
Ha, very funny, E. I don't even know her name, just when she died.
Oh, well, there must be some way to connect a name to that date.
Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to find this guy, but all I have is his nickname, Cocky.
Well, what do you know about the guy?
Not much. I think he was in the Air Force and served with Grandpa.
Maybe you could try to find somebody in the Air Force who knew him then?
Yeah, that might be worth a shot. I'm trying to contact Charles Wade. You know, the industrialist?
Wow, really? Why?
It's complicated, but he knew Grandpa back in the day. They went to war together.
Huh. Must be super hard to get in touch with a person like that.
Yeah, I'm finding that out.
Maybe you could ask someone in the Air Force. If he used to serve with your granddad, I mean.
Yeah, could be worth a shot. Okay, gotta go. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi, I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I know that he was no longer stationed here at the base at that time. He'd left the Air Force decades earlier. But as a Conwell Springs citizen, sure, I've heard the rumors just like everybody else. How he was found by the sheriff all messed up, walking out of the woods with some kind of unexplained brain damage.
Any theory as to what he was doing out there?
I'm afraid not, ma'am. But I'm positive that it had nothing to do with this base or our operations here.
Okay, what can you tell me about his service at McConnell?
Well, Joseph Rain is a legend around here. His pile of metals weighs more than my car. I was fortunate enough to meet him before he suffered his injury, and I must say, what an inspiring man. I'm positive that he would have made General if he'd stuck around.
Any idea of why he quit? He looks so happy in the pictures from the war.
Oh, your family, ma'am?
Granddaughter.
Well, then I'm sorry for your loss. I heard about his recent passing.
Appreciate it, buddy. So, about him quitting.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but some say the war broke him. PTSD. Me? I don't think so. When I met him, he had this aura about him, like he wasn't afraid of anything. Maybe it was just guilt. He ended a lot of lives, but that's just me speculating.
Gotcha. Thanks for the thoughts. What can you tell me about McConnell Air Force Base?
This is one of the oldest Air Force bases in the U.S., established during World War I. The main purpose of it is to train fighter pilots. The McConnell Flight School is well-renowned all around the country. In the late 80s, the school started accepting a limited number of civilian applicants due to the high demand. Some of the most famous dogfighters in U.S. history, such as Ethan Fireball Jenkins, Joseph Vigilante Rain, and Brett Xavier Myers, trained at this very base. Charles Wade, the great industrialist, did too. Some claim that many of his revolutionary ideas came from the former chief mechanic here, the late Niles Bloom.
Interesting. Thanks for the history lesson. I don't see a reason to ask. Do you recognize the aviator call sign, Cocky?
Afraid not, ma'am. I know all the call signs here, and I'm positive it's not one of them.
This isn't current, though. It might have been used as early as World War II.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't keep any official records of call signs. The only option I can think of is to get a hold of somebody who was around back then.
Any suggestions?
The only person I can think of who is still alive would be Charles Wade.
All right, thanks.
My pleasure, ma'am. Anything else I can help you with?
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you can make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
Oh, can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
But what if it was a matter of life and death?
Ma'am, if you're in a life-threatening situation, I suggest you call 911.
I'm
sorry.
Is there any...
Okay.
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
Nice try. You know what caller ID is? You can clearly see that you're not calling from the station. Goodbye.
Damn, I can't pull that off.
So far, puzzles are pretty straightforward.
Hey, Sheriff, what's the deal with that bum?
What bum?
Hey.
Hi there.
Sure. Good to know. Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not again.
Here we go again.
McConnell Air Force Base.
Hi. I was...
Sure thing, ma'am.
I'm trying to get a hold...
I'm sorry, ma'am, but he has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details.
Is there any way you...
Oh, can do. I can't...
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
You can see that you're actually calling from the station. You say you're a cop? You don't sound like a cop.
Am I going to have to report you for obstruction of justice, sir?
Now, that's hardly necessary, ma'am. Why don't you just put the sheriff on and we'll sort this out?
Crap.
McConnell Air Force Base.
Hi.
Sure thing.
I'm
sorry. He has explicitly...
Is there...
Okay.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Women don't belong in law enforcement? Is that what you're saying? That's so sexist.
Now, that's hardly what...
Do you have any idea what I have to go through every day? Nobody takes me seriously. The dirty looks, the sexual innuendos,
Relax, okay? I'll check the files. It's 555-7641.
Thanks, buddy.
Is this really a smart call to be doing here?
Wade residence?
Hi, this is Kathy Rain. I'm calling for Charles Wade.
He doesn't live here anymore. What's this about? What do you want with my father?
I'd just like to have a quick word with Mr. Wade. It's about my grandfather, Joseph Rain.
You're 20 years late, girl. My father has neither time nor energy to deal with you people.
But
this conversation is over. Unless my father explicitly says he wants to talk to you, it's not going to happen.
what a stuck-up, overclass witch. Well, she hasn't heard the last from me. I'm going to talk to that old man one way or another. I got the key. Various notices, fax machines. I should use this time to poke around. It might be something you...
Hi, this is Amy.
Hey, it's me, Kat.
Oh,
I don't need... Okay.
bye, Kathy.
A bunch of cops lining...
Hmm. Oh, I can find the name of the girl. Maybe.
Tragic drowning. In early morning on Sunday the 14th, a teenage girl found dead. The girl is survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service will be held at Conwell Cemetery on the 21st. The notice is dated July 15th. Alright, this is the right date. Looks like her name was Lily Myers. I should try to get a hold of her family. I wonder what that kid is doing here all alone. A little boy. Hey, kid.
Hi yourself.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
Huh. I like you, kid. You're not here alone, right? Where's your mom?
Oh, she's around.
I don't see her.
You must be blind or something.
I'll go look for your mom, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Whatever.
The grave is brimming with flowers. I'm gonna find out what... Conwell Spring. I never... No reason to go. A family mausoleum. It says I shouldn't leave while that kid is alone. Kid? Guess he found his mom.
Heh.
She's been dead for 2 decades. I could try to find someone in her family, but...
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
Hey.
Hi there.
Sure. Good to... Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not a...
Here we go. Okay, there's gotta be something in here about Lily Meyer's death. Okay, what do we have here?
Wow, that's a long time.
Looks like somebody did a Virginia Woolf. I wonder if there's more to it. I already got the... Nah. Might be something... Nah, I should... A medieval fortress. A bunch of cops. Not their land of the free. I got the key already.
I think the next step is to ask these two people about that person so I can get a full name. But I have to leave and come back, so they'll let me go talk to the big cop.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kath.
I don't need to ask him. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hello, Sheriff.
It
I don't need to. That's all for.
good.
Okay, go ask Grandma, because that's all that's left.
Oh,
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
I found out that the drowned girl's name was Lily Myers. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget? Sue, Jack, and their children, Lily and Nathan.
Do they still live around here?
Mother and son do. I see them in town from time to time. They live somewhere near the lake.
But not the father. Jack, was it?
No. He disappeared not long after Lily took her own life.
I see. Do you know how I can reach the family?
Not really, dear. Like I said, they tend to keep to themselves.
I don't see a reason. Well, gotta.
Bye, Cat.
She's been dead for 2. All right. Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met. Oh, gee, I would. It's totally overflowing with. Somebody around here is a chain smoker. 55 degrees. Not too chilly, thankfully. Thick, dense forest. What were you doing out there, Grandma? I can see someone moving.
Yes? Can I help you?
I hope so. My name's Rain. Kathy Rain.
Joseph's girl. The one they sent away.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you want?
I had some questions about your daughter, Lily.
Well, you know what? I don't have any answers, girl. Lily was precious, special. Lily died. That's all there is to it.
My grandfather came to see you, right? To ask about her?
Maybe he did. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not asking for much, Mrs. Myers.
Then clearly you have no idea what it's like losing a child. Goodbye.
Somebody around here is a chain smoker. There's a ton of
Stop it!
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. What brand?
Corley Cinders. Extra long.
You got taste. I'll give you that. Well, I I suppose one smoke can hurt.
And that's when he realized it was his own bong.
Oh my, oh now that was a good one. You know what, Kathy? You're okay. Sorry for being such a cranky old bag before. I get a short fuse when I run out of smokes.
Now, that's an understatement. Good thing I had my morning smoke, otherwise we would have had a fist fight on our hands.
Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside?
Sure, let's go.
Now, this here's my boy Nathan. He's special. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy. Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, very lifelike. Nice view of the lake from here. Nice painting. It's signed LM. Elk, by the looks of it. I can smell something.
So you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
I don't need to ask her about that. Mind telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants. Nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And well, You know the rest.
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
I don't need to ask her about that. Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things, death and decay. And the last few pieces look like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks. No reason. No reason. It was fun. What do you think about this church?
It's a good church. I go there from time to time. I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
No reason to... No reason. No reason. No reason. No reason. Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And... no way. That's him. The man who bought the paintings. He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5,000 in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue. Thanks. Ugh. Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade. I'd rather just ask. Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
I'd rather just ask. So...
Yep, like I said, he gave... If you want to know his reason...
I don't... Mind
I'd be happy to. Lily was... When Lily was... we'd on her from back when Lily... She started going out, disappearing for long periods.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I think I'm gonna...
Sure thing.
It's getting late.
Huh, I didn't get the opportunity to talk to the kid. Oops.
Hey, you're still up.
I was wondering when you'd show up. How did it go?
Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow, what a mystery. So what's the plan now?
Some shut-eye is the plan. I'm about to pass out.
Oh, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way too excited.
Well, that makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, Cat.
Probably a good place to make a pause.
Hey, Kathy, wake up.
Ugh, you are so lucky there are no sharp objects near this bed.
Guess what? I got an idea.
Please tell me it involves you taking a sabbatical.
Haha, so you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
I guess. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this hacker guy, Dave, and... Oh, never mind. I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I just marvel at how your brain works.
I know, right?
Are you sure you want to do this, Catherine? You still have time, if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me. But please, don't tell my mom.
I'm sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
It's none of her business. It's my choice to make. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
The illusion is she got an abortion,
I hate that dream.
but we don't know if it's true or not. This would be the start of day 2, presumably.
I guess Eileen went to class. I probably should too. Nah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here, and I'll be back later.